The Toy Drop is a really cool vintage toy store on the south side of Indianapolis. A few times a year they have a toy swap meet style parking lot sale. I decided to treat it just like any other vintage toy show. Look for something scarce or rare, hard to find. That method has yet to fail me, and this was no exception.
All right, they keep calling to me.
Yeah.
Froggy flips.
You could put it on a shelf somewhere. It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
There's 3 versions of it. I know, that's the
Hi.
So there's the mail away one has got the G.I. Joe on the pants. That's the second version. And then there's one that comes with that's the one that came with yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Just put your seat. Well, there's a falcon. The falcon's missing the arm and the training ball. Pretty good, man. That's fine. Anything good?
Morning.
It's Froggy Flips.
Yeah, man. Good. How are you?
Good. Well, just like you were saying, he doesn't want to
How much you have on that guy?
30.
30 bucks. Yep. Awesome. Thank you, man.
Awesome, thank you.
The one you have on the Tron.
I've got like $3.50 for all of it,
Okay.
but I can separate them out.
Okay. Don't see it very often.
Yeah.
What do you got on your
All right, I'm gonna think about those. Thank you. Morning. How are you? Good. Thanks. Good morning. How are you? Nah, just see what catches my eye.
All right.
You Anthony?
I'm Anthony.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
I
What's
see you all the time.
Well, I appreciate that. What's your name?
Greg.
Greg. Nice
Yeah,
to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we she's got a brick and mortar in Seymour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So about an hour south of here.
Yeah, yeah.
So
How much you have on these?
on the bottom, right here.
Gotcha. Those are cool. Pocket.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? Good. Good deal. Good turnout today. Looks like.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna think about the Black Star. Thanks, man.
Okay. Yeah.
I've made the rounds and they're still calling to me.
Paint's really good on the figures. The only thing I don't have is there's one disc and I've got the baton for the guard, but I
Okay.
don't have 3 of the discs.
Okay.
But the ripcords, they're all there, not unbroken.
All right, man, let's go for it. 2, 3. I think that's 351 double count.
50.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
I've never done it, but I've seen it done.
I'm sure there's probably videos.
What's up, man?
See if we can drive around to get past, because it was just this road here. It's literally 10 miles from where we needed to be, and it took us another hour out of the way. Yeah, we.
Get those loaded up on the truck.
Well, gosh darn it.
I don't think Elliot has those two.
How many millions did you sell them for?
The movie's coming out, so that's why I was thinking about when I saw the movie poster last night. I was like, I better start stocking up.
Oh, yeah.
With the movie.
These are cool. Grab these. You don't happen to have the last one, do you?
That's all we
No.
have left.
Good start. Whoa.
You don't ever see it. The
That's
box.
awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't have the can
Yeah.
or this. I mean, yeah, but yeah.
That's awesome,
It's
man.
out there right up front.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you never see it. I've never seen a Mad Balls box.
That's neat. Here we go.
I guess because they played with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, hello, welcome. I think it matters which guy goes in which thing.
I don't think so. I covered one, but then I didn't know if I should do that, so I just let them.
We don't care. We're a very relaxed group. Take a little off of that guy for you.
No, thank you.
187. At
150.
185, and I can live with it. How's that?
Okay, that'll work. 170. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in. Hope you enjoyed the shop.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, they keep calling to me.
Yeah. If you're interested in both of them, I can do both for 200.
Okay, you said the magic word. That'll do. 152. Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, sir. Appreciate
that. I like that. Is that complete, you know?
So far as I know, everything's in the plastic and on the
Oh, is
screw,
it?
So yeah, you're welcome to open it up and take a look
Okay.
if you like.
Oh, yeah. That's a beauty.
If I end up selling them.
All right, last question. What'd you have on the G.I. Joe mobile field unit?
How does 20 sound?
20?
Yeah.
I'll do that with the Knight Rider.
Okay.
Awesome, sir.
All right,
Thank
thanks.
you very much, man.
Yep. Appreciate it.
And we are back in the showroom. The Toy Drop is a really cool vintage toy store on the south side of Indianapolis. It's run by very nice people. Over the last couple of years, I have personally picked up several collection pieces there. My favorite of which would probably be this Showbiz Pizza Rockafire Explosion Billy Bob. And of course, Fats down here at the bottom. A few times a year, they have a toy swap meet style parking lot sale. Vendors come with a car full of collectibles, lay them out on tables, and the rest is pretty self-explanatory. I saw one was coming up. Of course, I wanted to check it out. I decided to treat it just like any other vintage toy show. Look for something scarce or rare, hard to find, or just something that I thought was cool enough to bring back and share with you. That method has yet to fail me, and this was no exception. I'll throw up some comps here and there because I know people like them, but just keep in mind that is nothing more than a very general, oversimplified picture of desirability, availability, pricing, etc. So with all that being said, let's take a closer look at everything. Aside from a few things I picked up as gifts, this is the entire gnarly haul right here. We'll start with what I picked up inside the store. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Mad Balls, but I have been able to avoid picking these up for 2+ years, mainly because I'm just not a huge fan of the modern reimagining of certain vintage lines. These are the 2021 Premium DNA Mad Ball figures. Normally when I see them locally, they're up on a high shelf and they're usually priced around 60 bucks. These were eye level and they were 40 bucks. I could resist no longer because I could kind of see the detail, and these things are pretty awesome. I went ahead and picked up all 3 they had because I figured I could open them up and fill an empty shelf somewhere with something cool. Each one of them comes with just a buttload of accessories and different hands to try out. Now this is all 4 figures from that initial wave. The store only had 3, so unfortunately I did have to come home, find the cheapest Oculus Orbis I could find on eBay, which still came out to about $9 more than any of these figures because of shipping and all that stuff. So just one of those benefits of shopping local, obviously. But now we do have the entire wave: Oculus Orbis, Bruise Brother, Splitting Headache, and good old Hornhead. I bought 4 items from a vendor that had just a ton of cool stuff. Turns out they have a store in Seymour, Indiana called Lost and Found Toys. There is their info right there. These first 2 I won't say a lot about, I just thought they were kind of cool. This is the G.I. Joe mobile field unit, kind of like a weird walkie-talkie set. I always love the stuff that's outside of the main action figure line for different franchises. Just thought it was kind of cool. And even though I don't love model kits, I am a huge fan of Knight Rider, so I did grab this MPC Knight 2000 model kit. It's completely unused. The graphics are just spectacular on it. I believe this is from 1983 because there's a contest on the box with an expiration date of January 31st, 1984. Very curious to know if anyone actually won that 1984 Corvette. And then also from 1983, probably some of the coolest things I've seen for a long time are these carded Black Star figures. When is the last time you saw carded Black Star figures? For me, the answer is never. I have never seen them, kept thinking about them as I walked around, had to leave with them. Paid $100 a piece, and I think it was well worth it. You just don't see these every day. They both have this laser light feature where the back kind of looks like a lighter. If you flick it, you can see the eyes light up. Pretty dang neat. At $100 a piece, I think I got a great deal. I've seen comps on this guy closer to $150. And then Muton, the Wasp Man, I've seen comps on him for as high as $225. There's even examples of loose, complete figures selling for close to $150. I'm sure it had to do with that little handcuff accessory down there. I imagine that got lost more times than not. And as of filming this video, there are currently no carded or even complete examples available on eBay. Definitely glad I picked these up. Not only are the graphics awesome, I don't think I will ever see this again. And then that brings us closer to what I think is the find of the day. The first thing I gravitated towards at the whole show was this Inhumanoids Magnacore. Obviously not sealed, but a very nice box with a very clear window. In my opinion, no line from the 80s did monsters better than Inhumanoids. I do have a few sitting right up here on the shelf, so I'm definitely a fan. The fact that this guy has a nice box and he's complete with his outer shell, which you can pop off and see his angry, fiery insides, I really feel like $30 was an excellent deal on this thing. But just as I was paying, on the same table I saw a bag full of something that I have never personally come across in any capacity whatsoever, and that is a bag of 1981 Tomy-Tron figures. At $350 and me having zero experience with these, I wasn't quite sure, but they just kept calling to me. I eventually went back and grabbed them. Very, very glad I did. Different versions of these have been made throughout the years, but what I learned about the original 1981 Tomy line, this is the entire vintage line. Other than 2 small discs that I'm missing, this is every single figure that they released and every single vehicle they released. We have the orange light cycle, the yellow light cycle, both original ripcords, which turns out are very rare because they're very fragile. To find an unbroken original ripcord seems to be a rare situation, so to find 2 seems pretty awesome to me. As far as the figures go, we have Sark, Flynn, Tron, and the Warrior. The Warrior is complete with his staff, and then one of the figures could be considered complete because there's 1 disc. Now, it may be tough to find those other 2 discs. When they do show up, they tend to sell for $50 or $60 a piece. That's okay. The problem is they don't show up very often. But just like most things, I have confidence that eventually I will be able to complete it. The wheels on the light cycles need cleaned up a little bit. I think a soft bristled toothbrush, some warm water, some mild detergent. I think that'll clean those right up. And I think this will end up being a pretty beautiful collection. And from what I can tell, it would probably cost way more than $350 to complete this piece by piece. That is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video. But until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.